On a humid afternoon in the heart of Iganga, a boy of perhaps 12 crouches beside the roadside, gripping a sack almost as tall as he is. Inside, empty plastic bottles clatter softly, the result of hours spent scavenging under the blazing sun. He tells me his name is Peter, but little more. Like many others in this bustling eastern Uganda trading town, he sleeps behind a row of shops, surviving on whatever he can collect during the day.
Okufuna ekyokulya tusoloza ebyo bicupa okweyiyalira tusoloza awo bicupa era kirodo ofunyewo n'isente de bakusalaku okusula tweyiyawo sula oba olugo tusolokeza ebicupa n'atuweeyo sula. Bwe tuba tutendwika awantu beida batufukaku amaadi batutoola mu n'engoye detuguze nga tudegulire ife baditutoolamu.
A second later, he darts out of the way as a boda speeds dangerously close to the pavement. Peter is one of the hundreds of children estimated to be living and working on Iganga's streets, part of a growing urban crisis across Uganda. Their stories expose the painful intersection of poverty, family breakdown, and systematic gaps in child protection.
Actually, the problem is too big because the number is estimated to be about 2,600 according to the survey which was done some years back, and I believe the number could have increased currently because of the factors.
Authorities and social workers in Iganga trace the rising number of street-connected children to several overlapping causes. Rural poverty remains the most significant factor. In surrounding districts such as Bugweri and Namutumba, many families lack the resources to provide food, schooling, or basic care.
The Iganga Municipal Council, or Iganga in general, being in the center of Usoga, it attracts children from all the neighboring districts. So it's a very, very big challenge. The number of street-connected children increases day after day.
The poverty levels in our region are too high. They are at a rise in the district, whereby parents can't even afford to bring food on the table for these children. They can't afford paying school fees for these children, neither medical care. So the children opt for streets or for the street, looking forward to see that he or she can join the other colleagues on the street, the peers, where they can get some leftovers, go into hotels, wash utensils, and get some food, which is very wrong. So poverty is one of the issues as well that has brought up high levels of children living on the streets.
Children migrate into towns in search of survival. Domestic violence and neglect are equally influential.
Some parents neglect their children. Other issues like domestic violence or divorce. When families break down, you'll find that some of these children, they don't got the mom or the dad, because at times when such cases happen, the parents abandon them.
For many, the street initially feels like an escape, but it quickly becomes another form of hardship. Teenage pregnancies and child marriages also feed the cycle. Young mothers, often unsupported, struggle to care for their babies. Some children end up abandoned, others drift into the streets due to chronic neglect. Alcohol abuse and unstable family structures further destabilize already vulnerable households. For boys like Peter, survival is a constant negotiation. Many spend their days collecting scrap metal or plastic, washing cars, or helping market vendors for a few shillings. Others beg at busy junctions. Girls, fewer in number but no less vulnerable, often work in food stalls or in worst cases are pushed into survival sex work. Nights are the most dangerous. Children cluster under verandas, in abandoned buildings or near bus parks, sleeping on sacks or pieces of cardboard. Older boys dominate these spaces, forming informal hierarchies that younger children must navigate. Drug abuse, particularly glue sniffing and marijuana, is widespread, a desperate attempt to dull the hunger and cold. The street has its own law, says 8-year-old Moses, who claims he has lived in Iganga for 2 years. If you are weak, you suffer. If you fight, you survive. Beyond the harsh peer culture, children face frequent confrontations with local authorities. Security patrols disperse them, shop owners accuse them of petty theft. Healthcare is nearly non-consistent. Untreated wounds, chest infections, malaria, and skin diseases are common among these children. Uganda's government has acknowledged the crisis. In 2019, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development launched the National Strategy for Street-Connected Children aimed at reintegrating and rehabilitation. Yet, local leaders admit the gap between needs and resources remain enormous.
Because the problem is very big, as local government alone, we cannot manage this problem. The problem is big. It needs a lot of resources. We need to bring all the stakeholders together. So what we are trying to do is we are appealing to the government to increase the funding to the community department, because reintegrating these children, it's a process which requires resources. You need to do the tracing, because these children, you know, they don't give the right information. A child will say, I came from Namutumba. When you don't have enough resources to trace, you can maybe connect. You reach Namutumba through our structures, they say, I didn't say Namutumba, me I came from Buyende. So it's one of the challenges. These students, they don't give the right information, making tracing and reintegration very, very difficult. Another issue we have, we don't have implementing partners, because as government alone, we cannot handle.
Occasionally, children are rounded up and sent to Camp Piringisa National Rehabilitation Center. Critics argue that this approach risks criminalizing children rather than addressing the root causes.
Now, what we've decided to do, we've gone back to the community. We are going back to the communities to do sensitization, because we've discovered that some parents have neglected their duty to bring up their children. Wholly bring up their children, not just producing and looking at them or taking them to the nearest school. And no, we are looking at the entire process of parenting.
With government resources stretched thin, civil society and faith-based organizations provide crucial support. In Iganga, Okoa Maisha Child Ministries runs a drop-in center that offers food, counseling and informal education.
We have partners as well, local partners in the district, like Okoa, Heroes Child Ministry, that are really helping us as well to do the emergency care of such children as they go for rehabilitation and providing social support to them. We are preparing them to see how best can we reintegrate them to their families, because we are all aware that family is the best place for every child.
Our goal here is to have a rehabilitation center in our community. Under this, we hope to integrate these kids back into the society and provide them with necessary support. Here we aim to address their physical, emotional, and social needs, and this may involve access to education, shelter, vocational training, and other services to facilitate their recovery and help them build a better future.
Their work extends beyond the street, mediating family conflict, providing livelihood support, and addressing the underlying issues that push children away from home.
It is better to do it now, when they are still young, because when they grow up, it will become more difficult to change their minds.
Faith-based groups run feeding programs, day shelters, and prayer outreaches, but the demand far exceeds the resources. Experts emphasize that real progress requires tackling the root cause, combating rural poverty through family livelihood support, addressing domestic violence with stronger community protection mechanisms, improving access to education and reducing school dropout, providing mental health and trauma support for vulnerable children, expanding drop-in centers and rehabilitation programs. Back in Iganga's central market, Peter appears again, his sack heavier with a day's collection. Asked about his future, he shrugs. "I want to go to school, maybe," he whispers before sprinting off to join the other boys at the taxi park. For Uganda's street children, the dream of safety, school and belonging remains distant, but their resilience is a powerful reminder of why action is urgently needed.